Competitors for this year's Oscar for Best Animated Feature. And we are currently joined by the film's writer and director, Jeremy Clapin. I'm Charlie Bright of Gold Derby. And Jeremy, the first question I have to ask is, how did you come up with the idea for this kind of animated movie about a severed hand trying to find its way back to its owner?
In fact, this is the film is an adaptation from a book called Happy Hand, a book from Guillaume Laurent. And this is my producer, Marc Dupont-Avis. I've met him in 2011, and it was the first time we saw each other. And he wanted to make an adaptation in a feature animated film. And I think he have seen my short film, and he found something, some kind of coherence between the two. And so he called me, and we met around this idea to adapt this book.
And you said that was by Guillaume Laurent?
Yeah, right. Guillaume Laurent. Guillaume Laurent is a screenwriter of Amélie. Also, he used to work a lot with Jean-Pierre Jeunet. And yes, I really find something really interesting and unique in this film. It was the first time a hand can be really the first character, and I like the fact this is a reverse question of lack. It's not the body missing the hand, but the hand missing the body. And in fact, it brings me really somewhere else. I did not expect to go reading the book, so it was a challenging things to do for a director. It was very exciting.
And so I'm wondering, was this idea a tough sell to people when you were trying to get the movie made? Because I recently was actually trying to explaining the plot of the movie to someone who was just asking me about it, and they were like, "Really?" So how tough was this to sell when you were trying to get it made?
Actually, I think, doing this film, we were quite alone during trying to find some funding on the film. And I think, as we failed about how to pitch the film. And so when we went out in Cannes Festival, the first time the film was released, was really powerful to us, because it was we take a lot of risk alone to do this film. And the risk, in a way, paid. So it's the pitch of the film. Even today is really hard to do, because even it's about the subject is a severed hand. The film is not talking about the severed hand. It's talking about the missing part, the rest of the body, and it's talking about us, in fact. So this film is really showing this kind of how to find yourself, and it's about sensoriality, how you have to survive, how you have to deal with fate and destiny, how you can struggle your destiny. It's all about that, in fact.
Well checked. What were some of the biggest challenges that you encountered in making this, as opposed to what you experienced when you were making your short films?
Sorry, can you repeat? I just missed the beginning of the question.
Challenges that you encountered in making this, as opposed to what you experienced when you were making your short films.
Okay. I used to do a short film, and I wasn't expected to be involved in any case in a feature film, because I thought feature film is a lot about constraint of industry. And what I like in short film, in animation, is like I can do what I want, and it's only about my purpose. And most of my short film are for adult. And and I have a lot of friends also who had an experience with feature film in animation, and most of time they lose somewhere the initial project was a bit uh, not anymore inside the film at the end because of too many people involved, because also of the industry process really can push back a bit the author. So when I've met Mark, my producer, it was my first focus point with him to enter in the discussion was if you want to make a author film, we have to give space to the author, even in the industry process. I mean, even in the pipeline. So because I used to make the film, my short film with using my own tool, trying to give the good response. I mean, in a technique way to be able to achieve the film artistically. I try to bring also my pipeline when I'm involved in a project, and all the studio Xilam was really behind me and trusting me in how to bring this also the way I wanted to do the film, technically speaking, and also in a creative way.
One of the very distinctive things about the film, other than the animation and the visual style of it, is the beautiful score by Dan Levy. And I was wondering, what was the process like of getting that kind of product from the composer to get that kind of score?
When I've met Dan, the brief on the music, in fact, was the film is talking about suburbs, daily situation in a realistic suburbs of Paris. It's can be kind of dark sometimes, and the music has to raise all the story upon upon the town. I mean, I wanted the music and the score to be able to be cosmic or something mystical. And also my use of the music is not as usual. I mean, in animation, we use the music often like Mickey Mousing style. It means we try to illustrate the move of the character using the music this way. And me, I didn't want to use this way. I was really more trying to use it as, I don't know, live action, but as a mood, as something we can make link also to different timeline of the film and push the emotion, but without being illustrating the action. You mean the action of the hand? It was really about how to bring this in out of space.
I actually want to just touch on something you said in one of your other answers, that you said you never saw yourself making feature films, and here you are now releasing this film that's a feature film. Do you want to continue making more features possibly in the future?
Yes, sure, because it was a good experience, and I had exactly the same. I was able to be involved as in my short film. I mean, as an author in this film. And it's not so often you have this possibility in animation because of the industry, what I was saying about. So this was a great experience. Even, because the budget was not so high, it was really hard working, and I hope I can be able to work in a best with a little more budget, of course, but with the same kind of approach. I need this author approach. I need the industry to trust on director they want to work with, and yes, it was great. And maybe in the middle of the production, it's really, really hard. You are thinking about, solving problem, also only fixing problem. And it's the harder part of the schedule of the film. But when it's going down, when everything is solving, you start to see the picture, you start the team going more and more involved, seeing the picture, and it's really it was really a great experience. And at the end,
So we are an awards website, and you're now in the midst of all this awards craziness as this film is getting campaigned for the Oscars. And I'm curious, what's been the most surreal aspect of this specific process that you've been going through over the past, I guess, couple of months?
For me, it's like my first feature film, so all is new, in fact. So I don't have any reference. I used to make short film. My short film has a little success, but short film, there is no release, there is no so much press, and so no, I'm really. It's all is very exciting. It's like a role play actually now, but yes, I think I also can feel that animation more than only my film is behind me. Animation, the world of animation, in a way, because we need this kind of film to who can really dialogue with also live action, and it's not about only animation. It's about cinema, about film, and there is a lot of I feel a lot of support of my friends, director, but also the young generation who want to make film in animation. And yes, I feel kind of proud to be here for and support all the animation branch.
Well, Jeremy, thank you so much for talking with us. We wish you all the best this awards season. And to our viewers, make sure you click subscribe and see all of our interviews. And don't forget to go to goldderby.com to make your predictions, post on our message boards, and see if you can outsmart the biggest awards prognosticators in Hollywood. Again, thanks so much, Jeremy.
Thank you. Bye.